Welcome to Vermilion Tanager Basketball. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM KVTK, and Vermilion streaming on YouTube. Well, today we have the Vermilion Tanager Girls in single-header action against the Beresford Watchdogs. This originally was scheduled to be a doubleheader, but for the Vermilion Booster Club Classic, it was they had a vacancy, and so to take on the Vermilion Tanager team, the Beresford Watchdogs did step up and take that game. So that turned this into a single header. So right now we have the JV matchup going on. 2:21 to go in the second quarter. Vermilion leads Beresford by a score of 32-16. And so Vermilion playing pretty well out there. We also, as part of this pregame show brought to you by First Dakota National Bank, we have an interview with Casey Hansen that we did just about 2 hours ago. And so we kind of talk about her comeback, the process of that, the injury itself, how she's felt out there, and what she's looking for in the upcoming rest of the season. Also have our normal Tanager Talk icebreaker questions, and so get to know Casey Hansen. We'll start playing that at halftime, but on the score, if it'll leak into the third quarter, but we will keep score on the screen for you on Vermilion streaming, and then when we get back, we will also broadcast the remainder of the junior varsity matchup. But right now, 2:11 to go, 32-16, Vermilion leads. That ball is tipped out of bounds by Vermilion, so they will ball will remain with Beresford with 19 seconds on the shot clock, 2:06 on the game clock. Again, trailing 32-16. Three-point attempt by Beresford, no good. Izzy Richardson with the rebound. She's going coast to coast, goes up, and she, was going to be traveling. She, defender was right there, and it just spooked her just a little bit. She was going to try to go up for the layup. I think she's going to try to do a jump stop. Didn't quite succeed, so a turnover on Vermilion as Beresford brings the ball up, and they're going to call the point guard, number 4, I believe it's Hannah Colford, the 5'6" junior, for carrying the ball. You don't see that called too often anymore, but it was pretty evident as she came to a rapid stop. So here is Vermilion's Madigan Wallen. Gets it over to Natalie Buckman. Here's Wallen again. Over to Sydney Johnson. And up with the left hand went Lexi Hansen. Have it in my roster, but not on the program that I was looking at here. So Beresford with a couple of chances there, no good. Izzy Richardson with the foul on the shot. So Hannah Colford will go to the line to shoot 2. Again, 1:06 remaining here in the second quarter, or the first half, however you want to look at it. Colford at the line. Beresford trailing Vermilion's junior varsity 32-16. This broadcast being brought to you by First Dakota National Bank, for over 150 years serving the community in personal, business, and ag lending. First Dakota National Bank, proud sponsor of Vermilion Tanager Athletics. Second free throw is up and short for Colford. Rebound Richardson gets it over to Lexi Hansen. Hansen brings the ball up. Less than a minute to go here in the first half of this JV game between Vermilion and Beresford. Izzy Richardson up and no good. Off the iron, rebound to Beresford as they are pressuring, and they are going to call a jump ball. Jump ball will favor Vermilion, so Vermilion will inbound here with 51 seconds remaining here in the first half. On the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, that 51 seconds, it's a 32-16 lead for Vermilion. Lexi Hansen drives in, kicks it back out to Johnson. Johnson over to Wallen. Wallen to Richardson, thought about it. Kicks it over to Johnson on the left side. Johnson will drive in. Good ball movement, in-out ball movement by this Vermilion Tanager JV team. And Delaney Smith gets it out to Johnson. He drives the baseline, caught there. Smith with the jumper, no good, off iron, and that'll go to Beresford. 21 seconds remaining. Shot clock is off. So Beresford will play for the final shot, trailing 32-16 on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. They kick it out to Colford. Long three-point attempt, no good. Rebound, Lexi Hansen gets it over to Delaney Smith. Smith brings the ball up, gets it over to Madigan Wallen. Wallen drives the baseline, kicks it out to Izzy Richardson. Short jumper, no good. Rebound by Beresford, and that's the way the first half will end. In the first half, Vermilion leads 32-16 in JV action. Brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. We'll take a quick 1-minute timeout, and then we'll be back with our interview with Casey Hansen here on ESPN Radio 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, and Vermilion streaming on YouTube.
Safe means you're sort of protecting yourself. My mom and dad told me how to be safe. It's like super duper important. Hold a grown-up's hands. Put a helmet on because you might hurt your head super duper bad.
Protect their future by protecting yours with your local State Farm agent, Dick Sunday. Best Ready Mix and Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. The Oshkosh front discharge mixers allow for easy placement of concrete, and with the 6-wheel drive and low-range transfer case, they're nearly unstoppable. More of a do-it-yourself fan? Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is teaming up with Clark's Rentals in Yankton, bringing you a wide range of hand tools, mini excavators, skid steers, aerial lift equipment, and more to get the job done. Choose Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment for all your concrete needs, and Clark's Rentals, your rental equipment headquarters.
Welcome back to Tanager basketball. JV action at the half. Vermilion leads Beresford 32-16. We're preparing for a great matchup tonight between the Vermilion Tanager Girls and the Beresford Watchdogs. As in a Region 4A matchup, Vermilion 9-3, Beresford 10-4. As part of our Tanager talks, we did have a chance to sit down with Casey Hansen, who recently returned from an ACL injury, a little bit ahead of schedule, so she's going to talk about that. And as part of our Tanager Talks, brought to you by Dakota Realty. Dakota Realty for all of your real estate needs in the Vermilion community and surrounding areas. So here is that Tanager Talk brought to you by Dakota Realty with Casey Hansen, the junior guard for Vermilion, as she talks about her comeback from an ACL injury. Welcome back to our Tanager Talk, and on the line we have Casey Hansen, who made her debut a couple of games ago, but has been seeing the court. Casey, how are you doing today?
I'm really good. How are you?
I am doing great. You know, we've got great weather out there. Snow is melting. It feels like we can forget about the cold snap and hopefully start thinking warmer thoughts again.
Yeah, it's beautiful out.
It really is. Well, you know, I was thinking who would be the perfect person to interview, and you know, you made your debut. I saw you the other day. It was at the Blizzard Buster, and all of a sudden we're like, oh, wait, she's in a uniform. Well, this is new. Okay, now you didn't get in, but you know, then we saw you make your appearance. And how did that feel to finally get back on the court? Did it?
Yeah. No, it was great. I miss being out there so much.
Well, and you know, and it's kind of the tale of you know, two sides of the same coin. You know, you're with the team, and you know, you're supporting your teammates that you've been with for years. You know, some of them you play in the summer with, and all of that. You know, so you're there supporting them, but it also has to be a bit of a longing to get out there, isn't there?
Yeah, it was definitely hard to just sit and watch and try to find new ways to help out.
Well, you know, why don't you tell the people a little bit about what happened and just the path that you've had to take to get back to this point?
Yeah, so the end of May last year, I was at a AAU basketball tournament, and I just kind of stepped weird. Then I went to the doctor. They said, tore my ACL. So then it wasn't even 3 weeks after that, I got into surgery in June. So then since then, I've been going to PT 2 or 3 times a week and just trying to get all my strength back and get back to moving like I used to.
And so, you know, your original possible return date was reported to be about March. Had you set trying to come back earlier as one of your goals when you decided to start doing PT and the surgery and all of that?
Yeah, well, my surgeon was really good about it. Like, usually they have you wait closer to 9 months, but he knew how bad I wanted to get back out there, so he helped me out, and my physical therapist is awesome, so she's really helped me.
And so at what point did you decide, okay, I think I'm progressing quickly enough that I think I might be able to come back early enough in the season maybe to contribute for the last third or last half of the season and kind of prepare myself and the team and get into that rotation heading into regions?
Yeah, February had always been the goal. And then I went and talked to my surgeon at the beginning of January, and he was pretty impressed with my progress. So he said starting towards the end of January, I could get back into practice. And so he cleared me to practice in the middle of January. I got like 6 good practices in there and then warmed up in Irene and got to play the next week.
Well, and what was the feeling like? Because I know just the feeling to get back out on the court felt good, but to hear the crowd, everyone in the crowd knew, and as soon as you came in, just to hear the crowd supporting you with the cheers.
I know. Usually I try to block out the crowd and not listen to it, but I was definitely felt very happy to be back out there and that I had such a big group of people there supporting me.
Well, and not only did you get to play and be out on the court, you scored. What was that first basket like for the season?
I was just nervous I was going to miss my first shot, so I was happy it went in.
Well, that's amazing. And, you know, you played in a few games. You're averaging, I think I saw the most recent stats, you're like averaging 5 points a game. You know, nothing too shabby for somebody coming off the bench. And, you know, having been with the team, you know, what does it mean to the team to be able to add another player into that rotation?
I think it's been good just to get some people a break, so when they are in there, we can go harder, especially with our defense. We're always running around trying to get tips and steals, so getting that nice break on the bench and having more subs is really nice.
Well, it really is. Well, congratulations on making it back, and I thought that's kind of the bigger part of the story, so I wanted to make sure we just addressed that here in the front. Now, you know, tell people a little bit about yourself, you know, just you, your parents, siblings. I know you at least have a sister. I know that for sure, because you get to play varsity with her. So why don't you just tell us a little bit about your family?
Yeah, so both my parents played college basketball, actually, so that's been a big reason that I love basketball so much and I've gotten so into it. And then obviously Lexi, my sister, we've both grown up going to the gym together and shooting around together all the time, so that's been really fun too. And all my grandparents played basketball, and both my grandpas coach, so it's just been in the family for a long time.
So it really does run in the blood, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that is awesome. Well, you know, you're a junior. Have you thought about your post-graduation plans, like what you want to do, whether it's, you know, playing basketball or even just what you want to study and maybe where you want to go to school? Have you thought about that at all, or is it still, as it's a year and a half away, still something you're thinking, I'll start thinking about that this summer?
Major-wise, I'm still pretty clueless. I got to work on that, but since I've been little, I've decided I want to play college basketball, so that's definitely still a big goal for me, but I'm not quite sure where yet. We'll just see how this season ends up and what happens this summer.
All right. Well, excellent. Well, I tell you what, this is the icebreaker portion of the interview where I get to ask you questions that you never thought you'd be asked, and then I get to hear your answers. So, but trust me, nothing too hard hitting. Nothing too hard hitting. And the first one's an easy one, usually. You get one final meal. You know it's your last meal. What are you having?
I would probably want to go to the sushi place in Yankton because I really like sushi.
You know, and a friend suggested it just about a month ago. She and I went there for lunch, and I had never been there before. It is awesome.
Yeah, it's really good.
It really is. So I think that's quite a fine choice. Excellent. All right. Now, this next one, everyone loves music of some sort. So you can pick 3 musical artists of living or dead, any point in history, and you get to see them perform live. Which 3 artists would you choose?
Well, I love Taylor Swift. She's my number one for sure. I got to go to the Eras Tour this summer, so that was awesome.
You got to go see her in concert?
Yeah, I did in Minneapolis. It was actually only not even a month after my surgery, so I was limping around with my huge brace on.
And we'll get to your other two here, but what kind of atmosphere was that concert?
It was crazy. Like, oh my gosh, I don't even remember most of it because I was just like so excited and happy the whole time.
Well, that is now. Maybe you were a football fan before, but are you following the Chiefs now too?
Yeah, I have been a little bit.
Well, the NFL's happy, and I've loved all the drama around it. It's like you're with people, and so I think she's just amazing, and so I like that choice, and I'm surprised at how few Taylor Swifts have been chosen for this. So I'm glad you said that, and I'm glad you got to see her in concert. It must have been great if you're willing to pick her as one of your three too. So
yeah.
All right, now who would your other two be?
Zach Bryan, probably.
Okay.
And then Justin Bieber would have to be my other one.
All right, Justin Bieber. Okay. Well, I think those are good choices and a variety. It's not all the same, just interchangeable music. So good. Now, this one's been the one that trips people up just a little bit. Not trips them up. There is no right or wrong answer. But you have the ability one time to go back in history and return to this time, and you can go back to any point in history, any day, event, or era. To what point would you go, and why?
Could I change what happened?
You certainly may.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I'd probably have to go back to the day I tore my ACL.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm sure there's better days we could pick to go back to.
No. It's all what matters to you. I mean, so, obviously the ACL is an important event. Trust me, again, I said there's no wrong answer. I've had people choose a wide variety of things. So, obviously that has such a huge impact on you and what you do. And for something you love, why wouldn't you want to change that? Nope. I have absolutely no issue with that answer whatsoever. All right. Now, here's the final icebreaker question. And there, you can have two answers. I always say, because there are heroes and there are idols of two different natures. One can be a basketball hero or a sports hero, something like that, a celebrity hero. And then one can be a personal hero, somebody that you try to emulate, that you've seen, and you'd like to say, if I can be anything like them, I'll know I'll be a success in life. Who would that person or those people be for you?
I'd probably say my parents, just because they've influenced me so much and they've been such a positive part of my life, and I hope to have a family and be successful like they are sometime.
All right. Well, I think that's a great answer as well. Well, let's talk a little bit about basketball here, because I know when I talked about interviewing you, you probably didn't think you were getting weird questions, but I think you answered them very, very well. So, but let's talk a little bit about basketball. The team's a little over halfway through the season, so we're getting down to crunch time. March isn't that far away. Regions aren't that far away. Where do you and your teammates feel, or how do you and your teammates feel about the season thus far, and how you're positioned for the rest of the way?
I mean, obviously there was a couple games there we would have liked to win, but I think we're moving on to just focusing on what game we have up next and just trying to get that win, and then focus on the next day's practice, and then move on from there and hopefully position ourselves well seed point wise and region wise.
All right. And now you are kind of in a unique position just because other people have been playing, you guys are 12 games in, they've played 12 games. So growth to them might be different as to what growth might be to you. What kind of growth are you hoping to see over the next 7, 8, 9 games for you as a player?
I just hope to get more comfortable out there. Like right now, I'm definitely kind of second-guessing myself a little bit still, and I think that's going to just come with trying to get back into the swing of things. I'm a little bit rusty after 8 months off, so hopefully I can just get more comfortable and be able to help my team in more ways.
Well, and as far as rust, what have you noticed is the biggest maybe rust point for you that you thought, oh, wow, this is the hardest, the most difficult thing for me to get back right now?
definitely defense is the hardest, and just not fouling and being quick enough to stay in front of people and making good reads on passes and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, I know you have other things to do, but I want to say thank you for taking the time to talk with me today. Really appreciate it. And I just want to tell you how great it is to see you back out on the court, see you out of civilian clothes and into a uniform is it's just great to see, and it's great to be able to see you out there. And I'm looking forward to seeing you out there the rest of the season.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. Well, thank you so much for talking to me today. You have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
That was Vermilion Tanager Girls Basketball Junior Casey Hansen, who is looking to come back, third, fourth game. First one she just warmed up. She's appeared in two now. This hopefully will be another one for her as she gets back into the swing of things after her ACL injury. Again, this was brought to you by Dakota Realty in Vermilion for all of your real estate needs, not only in Vermilion, but the surrounding area. Dakota Realty, proud sponsor of Tanager Talks. And we'll be back after these messages on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, KVTK, Vermilion, and Yankton.
Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermilion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with a work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermilion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainesbodyshop.com.
Need a new set of tires? Look to Carlson's Body Shop in Beresford. How about some accessories like WeatherTech floor mats, access roll-up truck covers, bed liners, remote car starters, and thousands of other products. Hey, you can look at everything at your convenience online too at carlsonsbodyshop.com. No wonder the song says,
Bring it down to Carlson's Body Shop, your complete car care center.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermilion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home for your family, you want to sell your existing home, or you're a student looking to rent an apartment, Dakota Realty and Property Management can fit your needs. Being locally owned and with over 150 years of combined experience, they are the experts at helping you find your new home. Go to Dakota Realty and Property Management because they like what they do. Dakota Realty is a proud supporter of Vermilion Athletics. Dakota Realty and Property Management, located at 125 East Cherry Street, Vermilion.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jennifer Ashley. I don't normally call her Jennifer. Don't know why I did there, but whatever. After three quarters, Vermilion JV leads Beresford JV 43-23. Hope you enjoyed that interview with Casey Hansen as we talked to her about her comeback from ACL surgery after her injury in May. Casey, just a great interview. And, I'll be honest, I've had the opportunity to interview members of the Vermilion Tanagers, boys and girls, Yankton Bucks, Yankton Gazelles, USD Coyotes, both men and women. And I'll be honest, I'm bordering on, fogiedom. I'm 48 years old. But I kind of expected there maybe to be a cockiness or something. I have yet to have an interview with anybody from the Bucks, Gazelles, Tanagers, or Coyotes where I didn't feel like the athlete or student, it's even debate and speech, was nothing short of genuine and humble and willing to give praise where it was due. Just, I don't know. I've been not surprised, but pleased to find that, I think kids are generally good And so if you're a parent of somebody that I've interviewed, just know that I have found them to be quite engaging and just a delight to talk to. So you did something right. All right. And as a parent, I would love to hear that. So honestly, if I have interviewed any of your children, I have found it to be just wonderful, and I have found them to be just fabulous human beings. So that being said, let's talk a little basketball here. 6:46 to go here in the fourth quarter. Vermilion JV leading 43-23 over Beresford. Now we have a big matchup coming up tonight with Beresford and the Lady Tanagers. Vermilion 10-4, or Vermilion 9-3, Beresford 10-4. It's a Region 4A matchup. So throughout our pregame, we will be discussing seed points. We're going to be discussing the polls, looking at scores in games from around the state coming up tonight. But first, we're just going to talk a little basketball. 6:13 to go here. 17-point lead for Vermilion. It's kind of been around that, anywhere from 15 to 19 throughout this second half. They led by 16 at the half, 32-16. And with 6 minutes, Vermilion JV does lead 43-26. So that's going to be a foul, I believe, on Madigan Wallen. Yes, that is a foul on Madigan Wallen. So Beresford will inbound the ball with a fresh 35-second shot clock. But it's been great to see Casey Hansen getting out there and doing her thing again. You know, obviously needs to kind of get back into shape. You know, physical therapy and stuff is a little different than practicing for basketball and getting into running shape and up and down the court. But it's great to see her out there adding some depth to this Tanager team, which is one thing that I think they've needed. I think that was the biggest thing that they were missing, which is, I believe, is what hurt them in the Florence Henry game, in the back-to-back, as they came off the Mount Vernon Plankinton matchup. You know, that featured Ellie Fox and Reagan Russ. You know, it was a physical matchup. It was a fast-paced matchup. And Vermilion came out victorious in the MVP matchup, but then the next night, I think they were just a little tired. Their legs weren't underneath them. And that was evidenced by the fact that they were unable to hit a good number of their free throws. This inbound pass to Maya Halverson, she's unable to connect, but there is a foul on the shot, as Natalie Buckman makes the shot. It drops, and she will go to the line to shoot the and one. So 45-26, back to a 19-point lead with 5:29 to go. Buckman to shoot the free throw, and yes, rolls in. Could not have spun around too many more times, but free throw is good. So the old-fashioned three-point play for Natalie Buckman, the 5'9" sophomore. Here's a shot by Beresford. No good. Rebound by Delaney Smith, the 5'5" sophomore for Vermilion. Here's Smith, picks up the ball, gets it over to Halverson, who gets it over to Johnson. Down low to Buckman. Buckman up and in. Quick 5 consecutive points for Buckman, as Vermilion has now taken a 22-point lead here in the JV matchup with 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Oh, and that ball is lost, and that scramble on the court leads to Beresford getting it back as they get it down low. And Natalie Buckman with the foul on the shot. If I go by the roster that they have here, I believe number 11 is Ella Merriman, but she's also on the varsity, and I know she was the leading scorer one time. I don't know if that's truly her over there or not. But she does hit 1 of 2. So it's 48-27, 21-point lead for Vermilion with 4:41 to go in the fourth quarter of this JV matchup. Wallen with a cross-court pass, and that is stolen away. And here is Beresford up for the shot, no good. Rebound Merriman, no good. And rebound Wallen, who gets it ahead to Smith. Smith with the putback or the layup, and that is good. 50-27 with 4:19 to go. Nice Nice pass by Wallen, getting a Smith out in the open. Oh, nice takeaway by Halverson. Halverson doesn't have the numbers, but she will drive into the paint. Goes up with the left hand, up and in for Maya Halverson. So Halverson and Wallen looking good here. Two varsity members on this JV team. As I will assume this is Merriman. And Merriman is going to be fouled by Sydney Johnson, I believe. We'll see who they call it on. Yep, Sydney Johnson with the foul. Merriman's first free throw, off the back iron. And Izzy Richardson, Lexi Hansen, and Callie Schultz all check in for Vermilion. Wallen and Halverson check out. Not sure who and Sydney Johnson checks out for Vermilion. And that free throw is good, 52-28 in favor of Vermilion with 3:45 to go. So here's Smith down low with the left hand. Rolls out, and that is out of bounds. And you'll see, you're not going to see him, but Wallen and Halverson are heading to the locker room. As I mentioned, they are two members of the varsity team. The one remaining varsity member, Lexi Hansen, is still out there. Hansen, a freshman, will be playing a lot of this just to get her some on-court experience. But here is Izzy Richardson, goes up with the right hand and in. Izzy Richardson makes it 54-28. Vermilion is up 26 with 3:15 to go here in the JV match. Again, awaiting the varsity matchup between Beresford and Vermilion. Nice steal by Buckman. Loses control of the ball, though, and that is picked up by Smith. Buckman gets it ahead to Richardson. Richardson into Schultz. And Schultz with the put up. The layup is nice pass by Richardson. 56-28. Vermilion has doubled them up with 2:50 to go here. Beresford gets it into the hands of Merriman. Merriman is fouled by Lexi Hansen. No, 3-second call. 3-second violation on Beresford, so that is a turnover. Johnson will come in for Vermilion. Smith will come out. So for Vermilion, it's Sydney Johnson, Lexi Hansen, Izzy Richardson, Natalie Buckman, and Callie Schultz. For Beresford, if their numbers are accurate, that I don't know. Ashlyn Olson, Ella Merriman, Kylie Mockler, Kendi Merrigan, and Jade DeVete. And here's Schultz. Schultz gets it over to Johnson. Gets it down low to Buckman on the block. That is up, but tipped by Beresford, so 2:28 to go. Beresford up with the right hand, no good, but is fouled on the shot, so she will go to the line to shoot two. Foul is on Callie Schultz, number 33. At the line, Kylie Mockler, the 5'6" junior for Beresford. Scores 56-28. And here's Richardson, kind of directing traffic, gets over to Buckman. They're going to call a travel on Buckman. All right, 1:58 to go, 56-28. Kennedy Merrigan at the line, the 5'8", 8th grader. And that free throw is good, 56-29. I just received a text from some people at O'Malley's playing Singo, and I had told them, I had a game so I couldn't go, but I said, mark my words, something will include Twisted Sister, and there on their card, we're not going to take it. I told you, everything good in the 80s involves Twisted Sister. Here's Sydney Johnson over to Izzy Richardson. Richardson drives in, kicks it out, and that is going to go out of bounds with 1:34 remaining on the clock. Vermilion leads 56-29. Checking out is Kylie Mockler. Checking in, Kate Deegan, the freshman here for Beresford. They get it down to Deegan. Deegan has it knocked away, but picked up there by Jade Tveet. 1:19 to go. Vermilion leads 56-29, so not really a matter of who wins. It's going to be by how much, and the Vermilion JV will get a win today. Hopefully that bodes well for the varsity team as well. Delaney Smith has the ball out top there. Richardson for three. No, almost, but Callie Schultz gets the rebound, no good. Gets the rebound again and tries to get it out, but is unable to. So Richardson guards Olsen. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Ashlyn Olsen. So 46.5 seconds remaining. Vermilion leads 56-29. Here's Callie Schultz. Oh, pass over to Richardson. Will she be able to get it before? Yes, she got it before it got to midcourt. I did not think she would. Here's Schmidt. Gets it down low, and that goes through the wickets. And that'll go back to Beresford with 30.3 seconds remaining. Shot clock is off. So 56-29 as we get ready for some Tanager Girls basketball. Now, obviously, we're not too far ahead of schedule, especially if they do 20 minutes between the games. So here's a short little jumper by Beresford. That is blocked. No good. Richardson taps that one out as well. Into the hands of Beresford, though. 11 seconds remaining. Here's Kennedy Merrigan. Back to Kate Deegan. And there's Ella Merriman. No good. Rebound Smith, and that'll be it. In JV, Vermilion wins 56-29. We will take a 2-minute timeout, and then we shall return with Tanager basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Again, JV wins 56-29 on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley, and we'll be right back here on Vermilion Streaming and ESPN Radio.
The First Bank in South Dakota was the easy part. Earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too for future employment. No experience necessary. We will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Interior technicians.
I'm ready for my big role, Jerry.
What do you mean?
You said I'd be in your next 30 commercials.
No. I said Intech has over 30 years of commercial cleaning experience. You know, like offices, so they can ensure happy visitors and a healthy workforce.
So the shoot's in an office? I can make that work.
Oh my goodness. When you need it clean, call the Intech team.
Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermilion, they strive to provide the highest quality patient-centered dental care in a friendly, relaxing atmosphere. Knutson Family Dentistry works hard to provide the best cosmetic, general, and emergency dental treatment in the area. With over 50 years of combined dental experience, the latest dental technology, and a professional and compassionate staff, they're your top choice for dental care. Call for an appointment at 605-857-8008. Knutson Family Dentistry of Vermilion.
Welcome back to Tanager basketball as the Tanager Girls are getting ready to take on the Beresford Watchdogs. The Tanagers are 9-3 on the season, getting ready to take on the Watchdogs, who have 4 losses, one to Dakota Valley by 7. One to Flandreau, 62-37. They then lost to Canton, 74-48, and they lost to Sioux Valley, 68-46. They are 10-4 on the season. So if you're wondering how they got here, well, let's take a quick look. They opened the season with a victory over Baltic, 51-32. Again, those 2 losses to Dakota Valley and Flandreau. Dakota Valley is 10-4 on the season. Flandreau is 13-0. They then defeated Sioux Valley, giving Sioux Valley one of their 4 losses on the season, 58-47. They beat Parker, 65-42. McCook Central Montrose, 63-54. They beat Madison, 45-23. Fell to Canton, 74-48, and then defeated Chester, Irene Wakanda, and Baltic again. They then fell to Sioux Valley, 68-46 in the Big East Conference Tournament, and defeated Garrettson, 58-35. That brings us to tonight, when the 10-4 Beresford Watchdogs are taking on the 9-3 Vermilion Tanagers. So let's take a look at the most recent prep media poll that came out yesterday. That features a few changes across the classes. Let's start with boys, and then we'll look at our girls teams that we have tonight. First, in Class AA boys, Mitchell with 15 first-place votes stays in first at 10-1. Harrisburg moves up from third into second with 3 first-place votes at 9-2. Washington moves up from fifth to third at 9-3. Roosevelt's 8-3. They drop from second into fourth. And O'Gorman moves from fourth, drop down to fifth at 7-5. Also receiving votes is Stevens, Rapid City Stevens, Brandon Valley, and Jefferson. In Class A, Sioux Falls Christian solidified that top spot at 12-0, all 18 first-place votes. Hamlin is in second at 11-3. Sioux Valley in third at 13-0. Pine Ridge moves up from fourth into fifth at 10-1. And Dakota Valley falls from fourth into fifth at 10-2. Also receiving votes, Rapid City Christian and Hot Springs. In Class B, Viborg Hurley with 14 first-place votes at 10-1 stays in first place. White River with 2 first-place votes and 14-1 stays in second. Castlewood is in third with 2 first-place votes at 13-1. Now we will mention, last night Castlewood did fall to Hamlin. So number 3 in Class B fell to number 2 in Class A by a significant margin. So we'll see if that affects the polling next week. DeSmet in fourth, stays in fourth at 10-3, and Wessington Springs went from receiving votes into fifth at 11-1. Receiving votes this week: Leola, Frederick area, Canastota, Faith, Howard, and Del Rapids, St. Mary. In girls polling, in AA, O'Gorman with 17 first-place votes stays in first at 12-0. Mitchell received 1 first-place vote, stayed in second at 11-0. I have to feel that that's some sort of a homer vote, which is fine. I'm not negating that. I'm a homer when it comes to announcing. But I've watched O'Gorman play and I've watched Mitchell play. And O'Gorman is definitely a very talented team that would take quite a bit for Mitchell to defeat. Harrisburg is the ranked third at 7-3, Jefferson in fourth at 11-3, and Brandon Valley in fifth at 7-3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 all stay the same. Receiving votes: Pierre with 2 and Huron with 1. In Class A, here's where we saw some movement. Sisseton with 18 first-place votes, still in first at 12-0. Flandreau moves up from fourth into third at 13-0. Red Cloud moves up from fifth to third at 13-0. Sioux Falls Christian went from receiving votes into fourth at 12-1. And T area had been fourth. They're now fifth. It says fourth. They were in third at 10-2. Receiving votes, Wagner dropped out of the top five. They were second after being number one for quite a while. Florence Henry is receiving votes, and Aberdeen Roncalli is receiving a vote. Now, this is big because if you look at Vermilion's schedule, they fell to Florence Henry on the back end of a night back-to-back doubleheader. They fell to T area. Their other loss is to Crofton, an undefeated Class C2 team in Nebraska, who is quite a dominant force. And then this Friday, they will be playing Aberdeen Roncalli at the DAC 12 NEC Clash. In Class B, Ethan with 14 first-place votes is in first at 13-1. Centerville in second at 11-1 with 4 first-place votes. Harding County in fifth, or moves up from fifth to third at 12-0. Wall at 10-3 moves up from stays in fourth, and Lyman falls from third to fifth at 11-1. Also receiving votes, Arlington and Faith. So that is how the most recent South Dakota Prep Media Poll looks. And let's take a look at the games tonight, brought to you by the Vermilion Medical Clinic. Actually, we'll take a look at that shortly, but here is our interview with Coach John Brooks of the Vermilion Tanagers. We had a chance to sit down with him earlier today to talk with Coach Brooks, so let's get that up here for you. Welcome back to our coaches conversation, and on the line, Vermilion Tanagers head coach John Brooks. Coach, we're into another game. How you feeling today?
Yeah, good. Another full week coming up with 3 games this week, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and all 3 games are very good competition, so a big week for us here.
It really is, and it starts off with I think a sneaky good Beresford team. I think they've been under the radar, but you look at who they've beaten, and even like a Sioux Valley team, that they've hung with in some of their losses. What is it that a team like Beresford brings to the table that maybe as a coach you're thinking, okay, these are some challenges we're going to have to overcome?
Well, first of all, it's a rival game. Beresford and Vermilion goes back a lot of history, goes back a long ways, and Beresford always gets up to play Vermilion. So it's a big game for them as well, and so we know we're going to take their best shot, and they're an experienced group. They're still young, but a lot of these kids have been playing last year and the year before. So they're starting, first-year head coach last year, Paulson's on to her second year, so they know their system now better this season. And like you said, 9-4, and they're coming off a 23-point win over a good Garrettson team on Saturday. So they're playing with a lot of confidence right now.
Well, and they really are, and I had a chance to be a part of their winter kickoff and broadcast from there. And, yeah, the girls seemed really, really positive, really excited for the season. And like you said, a rivalry game, and that always amps up the atmosphere. Now, a little bit different with the boys having already played when they played earlier at the SCSC, so it's not a doubleheader, it's a single header. How does that change the dynamics? You're getting the home game, it's in the birdcage, but how does that change a little bit of the atmosphere for you guys?
Yeah, a little different without the boys. Usually these region games and kind of rival games and conference games are usually girl-boy doubleheaders, and this one is not. It's just a single girls game, and on top of that, there's no C game. We're starting the JV game at 5:30, and the varsity game's right after that. So, kind of a different lineup of games, so to speak, but it's something that we just have to be ready for. And once that JV game gets started, our girls got to start getting locked in right now and get ready, because the varsity game's going to come quicker tonight.
Well, and that's exactly right. Well, you're coming off a big win on Saturday as part of the Sacred Hoops Classic. You guys played in Simple Arena. The girls looked really good. I didn't get a chance to broadcast it because we had boys in Madison, and I was on the way back, but I got to watch it while my partner drove. The girls looked good. What's your kind of takeaway for your team coming off of that? Because you had the loss to Florence Henry, and just kind of felt down. It feels like the girls have really come back strong since then.
Yeah, it was just good this last week to get some consistency. We got all 5 days in, 6 days with no interferences with weather. And, you know, we got 3 good practices in on Monday through Wednesday, got to play at Del Rapids on Thursday. Got another practice on Friday and played Bank again on Saturday. I think just getting back in the gym and just kind of fine-tuning some things that we want to do on both ends of the floor was really good for us last week. So good practice time, and now but with a busy week this week, it's just kind of prepare for a team and go out and play again. But I think our girls are really starting to get more comfortable. I was happy with the way we played offensively. You know, we scored 23 points in the first quarter, and that's something that we've been looking for is more offensive consistency. So if we can keep scoring the basketball, we're defending really well right now. Hopefully we should be in all these games.
Well, and you know, another development over the last couple of games is the return of Casey Hansen, and it really feels like it changes, again, the dynamics a little bit, because now you have that 2-person rotation. You're able to bring Taylor and Casey in almost at the same time and saving some of the players. You're able to kind of get a good rotation going. Is that something that you're really looking forward to the rest of the season? Because Casey's looking a lot more comfortable, and it almost feels like Taylor feels even more comfortable out there.
You know, that 7-person rotation is huge. It's a lot better than only playing 6, and that's something that we really want to go to, especially when we're pressed in the way that we are. Getting an extra body off the bench is huge, and Casey's a really good player with a lot of experience, and we got 13 points off the bench between Taylor and Casey on Saturday, and that's just something we haven't gotten yet this year. You know, Taylor had 7, and Casey knocked down 2 threes and had 6, and you know, those 2 coming off the bench, if they can keep being productive the way that they've been, that's only a huge bonus for us. So hopefully, you know, we can keep rotating those girls in, and they can keep playing well.
Well, and that's exactly right. And as we head into kind of the final half of the season, you know, you're 9-3, some tough losses, but losses against really quality teams. Not any loss where you'd say, "Oh wow, that was a game that never should have happened." How do the girls and how do you feel about the first half of the season and just kind of finishing this up strong?
Yeah, that's something we talked about this last week in practices. I mean, go look at everybody. Everybody's got 2 or 3 losses, it seems like, especially in our area down here in our conference, in our region, and the regions around us. It's just there's too many good teams. You kind of play tough teams back to back all the time, and every once in a while you're going to have a slip up, and that's just the way it is. But you know, even at 9-3, we're still sitting at the top of the region due to the strength of our schedule. Our schedule is very difficult, and we're sitting in a good spot. We kind of told the girls that the other day that we're in the driver's seat. You know, we control our own destiny here, and hopefully we can. You know, we got to keep piecing wins together though, and it starts with Beresford on Tuesday night.
Well, that's exactly right. Well, Coach, I'm looking forward to it. It's a busy week of Vermilion basketball between the boys and the girls, a series of single headers as we talked about, but a lot of big ones coming up for the girls, and we'll know a lot more by the end of this week. But, hey, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today. Really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
All right. Thanks a lot, Michael.
That was Coach John Brooks of the Vermilion Lady Tanagers here as we get ready to bring you the Beresford Watchdogs as they come into the birdcage to take on our Tanagers here on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, and Vermilion streaming on YouTube. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley, and we'll be back after these messages from our Vermilion sportscasters.
The wait when your furnace and AC needs repair by joining Larry's Heating and Cooling, Comfort Care, and Elite Care Club. Larry's Comfort Care Club features seasonal maintenance discounts on service and no overtime charges. Larry's Elite Club includes seasonal maintenance, free parts, free labor, free service calls, and both mean you are in front of the line for service. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling and sign up for the Comfort Care or Elite Care Club. Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermilion.
You are self-motivated, accountable, and eager to learn new skills. We'd love to talk to you about a rock star career. Masaba in Vermilion is hiring full and part-time manufacturing positions for the rock industry. Masaba provides comprehensive training in a clean, safe, and state-of-the-art facility. Masaba offers competitive wages, a fun and interesting work environment and culture. Join our team of rock stars. Visit masabainc.com to learn more.
Welcome back to the Birdcage in Vermilion, South Dakota, on the campus of Vermilion High School, where we're getting ready to bring you Vermilion Tanager basketball against the Beresford Watchdogs. We are going to take a moment for the national anthem. That was the national anthem brought to you by the Vermilion High School Band as they get ready to announce the starting lineups. We are at the Birdcage in Vermilion. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley as they are announcing starting lineups. Number 11, Ella Merriman. Cassie Tweet, the 5'7" senior. Merriman, a 5'6" sophomore. Lily Seivert, a 5'9" junior, is a starter for this team. Also number 24, Kendra Ellis, a 5'9" sophomore. And then Harley Koth, a 5'9" sophomore. So they will be starting Merriman, Tweet, Seivert, Ellis, and Koth, sorry. So they'll be introducing the cheerleaders for the Tanagers. Cheer squad coached by Linda Alvey. Willa Lingstead is your junior captain representing the 4th grade. All right, starting for Vermilion tonight, it's your usuals. Taylor Roovers, the 5'3", 8th grade guard. Number 21, 5'11", senior guard, Brooklyn Voss. Janaea Cleveland, a 5'8", senior guard. Chandler Cleveland, a 5'9", senior guard. And Brooke Jensen, a 6'1", junior. Taylor Roovers averaging 10.3 points per game and 4.9 assists. Brooklyn Voss averaging 6.1 points and 3 rebounds. Janaea Cleveland averaging 7.8 points and 4.8 rebounds. Chandler Cleveland is averaging 11.1 points and 5.4 rebounds. And then finally, Brooke Jensen averaging 11.9 points and 6.8 rebounds for this Tanager team. So Roovers, Voss, Cleveland, and Jensen. Off the bench will be Taylor Barta and Casey Hansen for the Tanagers. So we're getting ready for some Tanager basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank for over 150 years, serving your banking needs for commercial, ag, or personal lending. All right, so jumping for Vermilion will be number 21, Brooklyn Voss. And jumping for Beresford will be Harley Koth, the 5'9" sophomore. And here we go. And that is picked up by Roovers. Roovers gets it ahead to Brooke Jensen on the block. Up with the shot, no good. That is knocked out of bounds off of number 21, Lily Seivert. So Jensen was unable to connect on her first shot. We're 7 seconds in. Janaea Cleveland gets it down low to Jensen in the paint. Jensen kicks it out to Voss. Voss for 3. No good off the iron. That rebound to Janaea Cleveland. Out to Jensen for a long 3. Brooke Jensen with her 3-pointer. And here's that pressure defense of Vermilion already as they drive into the paint, and then loses the ball is Ella Merriman, the 5'6" sophomore. She's been the leading scorer a few times for this Beresford Watchdog team. We're 30 seconds in. Vermilion leads 3-0. Here's Merriman trying to get the ball in. Unable to find anybody, but does finally get it into Cassie Tweet. Tweet gets it back down into the corner. And here's Merriman. Merriman gets it over to Seivert. Seivert over to Ellis. Ellis drives to the left, guarded by Roovers. Picked up there as they get it around to the side. Here's a 3-point attempt, and that is a 3-pointer for Lily Seivert, number 21. Hits a 3-pointer. Here's Roovers into Brooklyn Voss. Short jumper, and that is good. Nothing but net for Voss, and that is her bread and butter, that baseline jumper. So 6:54 to go. Vermilion leads 5-3. Here's Merriman, picked up by Brooke Jensen. Gets it over to Kendra Ellis. That's knocked away by Janaea Cleveland, and that is going to be out of bounds off the baseline, and that is going to be off of, they're going to say off of Janaea. Janaea didn't think so, but at the very least, Beresford has to inbound it from the far baseline, and they only have 18 seconds, so it's going to be a quick one, especially if Vermilion traps and pressures on this end. They did not get a fresh 35. So here comes Merriman. Merriman has it knocked away, gets it through. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. And here's Seivert. Tries to get it to Merriman, and that is almost out of bounds. 2 seconds. Merriman with the shot. That is off the iron. Rebound to Beresford. So they get the fresh 24, and here's a long... But they're going to count the shot. A long three by Seivert. So they do count the shot. So it's 6-5. But then they do call a foul on Cassie Tweet. So that is her first personal, first team. So Vermilion trails 6-5. But there's a foul on Beresford. So here's Voss over to Janaea Cleveland on the baseline. Met there by Beresford, gets it into Voss. Voss, short jumper, no good, but tries to get her own rebound, is unable to. Rebound is to Seivert. Turnaround jumper for Seivert, no good. Rebound into, that's going to be a jump ball on the floor, and so that will go to Beresford. So with 5:44 to go, Beresford leads 6-5. Pretty fast-paced game so far. As Seivert looks to inbound the ball. Gets it across to Koth. Koth for a baseline jumper, no good. Rebound, Brooke Jensen. And Roovers pushes the matter up, gets into the paint with the floater, no good. Rebound, Chandler. Chandler gets it back out to Roovers. Roovers kicks it out to Voss. Voss thought about the three, but no. Here's Voss on the block, gets it out to Roovers. Janaea for a long three, and that will be short. And that rebound will fall to Brooke Jensen. Jensen gets it down to Voss. Voss to Roovers. Roovers with the floater, leaves it short, and that rebound goes to Beresford, number 15, Cassie Tweet. So here's Merriman. So, and they're going to call a foul on Janaea Cleveland. Poked it away, but they're going to say there was some contact. Not quite sure. The official was behind it. I didn't think Janaea made contact, but whenever you reach your hand out like that, more often than not, you're going to get a foul called against you, just because it looks like you had to have made some sort of contact. So here's Ella Merriman out towards the top of the key, gets it out to Seivert, and that one's knocked into the hands of Janaea Cleveland. And here's Chandler just off the block. Roovers gets it over to Brooke. Brooke with the long jumper, and that is good, but that is just a two. Just a two. Makes it 7-6. Brooke with 5 of the 7 for Vermilion. They get it ahead to Koth. Koth picked up there. Now in the hands of Kendra Ellis. That is knocked away by Brooke Jensen, but into the hands of Beresford. And here's Merriman. Merriman guarded by the Cleveland sisters. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Get it to Koth, over to Seivert. Seivert for 3. She's not afraid to take that. She has shown that repeatedly. And that is going to be a blocking foul on Taylor Roovers. That is going to be Roovers' first personal, second team. And Seivert will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw is up and good. For Seivert. And she now has 8 points on the night. All 8 of Beresford's points, 8-7. Beresford leads Vermilion with 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Here's Janaea Cleveland, gets it over to Voss. Voss back to Janaea, over to Jensen. Jensen over to Roovers. Roovers for 3. Yes! Roovers with nothing but net on that three-pointer. Makes it 10-8 in favor of Vermilion. That ball's knocked into the hands of Merriman off of Chandler Cleveland's foot. Here's Seivert, and they're going to call another foul. And they're going to call this one on Janaea as well. So Janaea's second personal, third team. So in come Taylor Barta and Casey Hansen in for the Cleveland sisters. So Hansen and Barta in, Janaea and Chandler out. Seivert looking to inbound the ball. Gets it down low to Koth, and that is stolen away by Roovers. Roovers pushing the ball up, 3.5 minutes to go. Will drive into the paint, kicks it out to Taylor Barta. Barta for three. Oh, just off. No good. And that is picked up by Ellis. Ellis gets it to Koth. Koth gets it to Ella Merriman. Back over to Seivert. And here's Ella Merriman for three. No good. And that is stepped out of bounds by Kendra Ellis. That will turn over to Vermilion. Checking in, Hannah Colford and Larissa Lyle. Checking in for Cassie Tweet and Lily Seivert. So here's Taylor Roovers bringing the ball up. Again, Casey Hansen out there with that brace on her right knee. Also looks like maybe a leg sleeve. I wonder if that brace may have been rubbing, a bit abrasive there. So she now has a leg sleeve on. A foul called on Ella Merriman of Beresford. That's her first personal, second team. 2:51 to go here in the first quarter. Vermilion leads 10-8. Barta with a cross-court pass to Hansen. Hansen into Voss. Voss into Roovers. Roovers short jumper. Didn't quite make it up there. Gets it into the hands of Ella Merriman, who pushes the ball up. Drives in with the left hand. No good. Rebound Casey Hansen, who gets it ahead to Voss. Voss drives ahead. Gets it into Barta, who has it knocked out of bounds. So Casey Hansen, with her first rebound of the night, gets into the books. 2:27 to go. 10-8. Vermilion leads. Here's Brooke Jensen on the block, and that one, will not fall. But Hansen with another rebound. And that is going to be another foul called on Vermilion. That is on Brooke Jensen. That is her first team, first personal, fourth team. Checking in is Kylie Mockler. Checking out is Kendra Ellis. So here's Ella Merriman, defended by Taylor Barta. Vermilion leads 10-8 here in the first quarter. Pretty hectic pace. Whoa. And they got Brooklyn Voss in the air. And that'll be the fifth team foul. That's Brooklyn's first personal. So she will go to the line to shoot two. And that'll be Ella Merriman to shoot two for Beresford. On the court right now for Beresford, it's number 4, Hannah Colford. Kylie Mockler, number 1, Larissa Lyle, and Ella Merriman to the line. First free throw is up and good. So Lily Seivert checks in. Larissa Lyle checks out. Merriman's second free throw is up and good. We now have a tie game, 10-10 with 2:06 to go here in the first quarter. Roovers gets it over to Barta. Barta down to Voss. Voss gets it out to Roovers at the top of the key. Over to Barta. Down to Jensen on the free throw line. Loses the handle and gets it to Casey Hansen. Hansen's knocked away from the ball by Merriman. There's a foul on the floor. Who are they going to call this one on? And this one's on Barta. That'll be Barta's first personal. And already at the 5 team fouls. So Ella Merriman will go to the line to shoot two. First free throw is up and no good. Chandler Cleveland checks in. Brooklyn Voss checks out. So out there for Vermilion right now. Taylor Barta, Casey Hansen, Brooke Jensen, Taylor Roovers, and Chandler Cleveland. Second free throw from Merriman is up and good. Beresford back out to an 11-10 lead. Voss gets it over to Barta. Barta to Roovers. Hansen, cross-court pass to Barta. Barta will drive in. Little pop-up jumper, and she is fouled on the shot. And that's on Hannah Koth, or Harley Koth. Sorry, Harley Koth. That is her first personal. Third team. So 11-10, minute 32 to go. Vermilion trails. It's now tied. Taylor Barta with a free throw. Makes it 11-11 with a minute 32 to go here in the first quarter. Taylor's second free throw. Up. And no good. So here's Merriman. Gets it over to Koth. Koth gets it over to Seivert. Seivert has the ball knocked away into the hands of Merriman. Here's Merriman for three, and that is blocked, but that is knocked into the hands of Brooke Jensen. Jensen ahead to Barta. Barta up, no good. That is out of bounds off of Vermilion. Brooklyn Voss checks in. Brooke Jensen checks out. So a minute 3 to go. Tied at 11. We get the ball into Kendra Ellis. They get it down low. And that'll be a jump ball. That will be in the favor of Vermilion. So Vermilion will take the ball with 52.8 seconds to go. A lot of activity, a lot of physical play down there. Vermilion with 6 team fouls. Beresford with 3. Here's Barta. Barta just not wanting to take that three-point shot, and she's so good at it. Here's Voss on the baseline, kicks it back out to Roovers. Roovers drives in, out to Hansen. Hansen for 3. Yes! Casey Hansen with the three-pointer. Puts Vermilion up 14-11. Here's Koth. Drives in, kicks it out to Tweet, who kicks it over to Kendra Ellis. Back down to Tweet, and that is no good. Rebound, Casey Hansen. 13 seconds to go. Vermilion will play for the final shot. They get it out to Roovers. 7 seconds. 6. Here's Voss from the 3. No good. And that will be the way the quarter ends. Vermilion 14. Beresford 11. We'll be back in 1 minute on ESPN Radio 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, KVTK, Vermilion, Yankton, and Vermilion streaming on YouTube.
Nice. Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer. Murph's Appliance, downtown Vermilion.
Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts, your floral and gift store on the corner of 15th and Broadway. We have what you need this holiday season. The freshest flowers and plants, home decor, candles, games, puzzles, socks, a great foodie corner, and of course beautiful jewelry, because we love things that sparkle. Be sure to stop by and see all that we have. It will surprise you. Shop local, shop Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts, your floral and gift store.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball at the Birdcage in Vermilion, South Dakota. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley. This is being brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. First Dakota National Bank serving their customers for over 150 years. On the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter as we are getting ready to start. Vermilion leads 14-11. Vermilion is being led in scoring by Brooke Jensen with 5. Casey Hansen and Taylor Roovers each with 3. Taylor Barta with 1, and Brooklyn Voss with 2. Beresford will start with possession. Again, a very physical first quarter. Vermilion ended up with 6 team fouls. Beresford with 3. Now that does reset here at the quarter. Again, at 5 fouls, teams will then shoot 2 free throws each quarter. It's not the old days of the 1-and-1. There are no 1-and-1s anymore, which is kind of sad. I miss the 1-and-1s. Here's Seivert, gets it over to Koth. Koth back to Seivert. She will shoot that three, and that is good. Lily Seivert with the three. That's her third three-pointer of the night. Brooklyn Voss has that blocked, but it's knocked out of bounds by Beresford. So with 7:19 to go, we're tied up at 14. And Seivert shows she's not afraid to pull the trigger, even with a hand in her face. Here's Taylor Roovers. Over to Janea. Into Voss. Voss gets it up top to Roovers. Roovers drives in. Tries to kick it over to Jensen in the paint. They're going to call a foul on Roovers. That'll be her second personal, first team. So Harley Koth will inbound the ball for Beresford. Starting for Beresford this quarter will be Koth, Merriman, Seivert, Tweet, and Ellis, the original starting five for both teams out there. Here's Seivert, gets it down to Tweet, out to Koth. Koth for three. That is short off the front iron, but rebound, Ella Merriman, no good. Rebound out of bounds off of Beresford. So Vermilion will inbound, tied at 14. 6:50 to go here in the second quarter. Tight matchup, and we expected that. Vermilion at 9-3, Beresford at 10-4. Roovers over to Janea Cleveland. Voss on the baseline, kicks it back out to Roovers. Roovers for three, that looks good. Oh no, and that hits the top of the backboard. That will be out of bounds, so that will go to Vermilion. So that ball is into the hands of Janea on the rebound. Over to Taylor Roovers. Janea was trapped there by Kendra Ellis. Good defense. There's Janea down to Brooklyn Voss. Voss into the paint, up top to Taylor. Taylor with the floater, up and no good. That floater's just not falling for her tonight. But here's Janea on the block, up and no good. Rebound out of bounds off of Vermilion. So Beresford takes over. They'll inbound here with 5:52 to go here in the second quarter. There's Merriman, gets it into Koth. Koth with the floater, no good. Rebound Chandler Cleveland. They're going to call a foul, I believe, on Tweet. That'll be Tweet's second personal, first team of this quarter. So Roovers will bring the ball up for Vermilion. As he get into Voss, tries to get it down to Jensen, and that just heads out of bounds. It was not a great pass. Little frustration out there. Again, still tied at 14. 5:24 to go here in the second quarter. Here's Koth, picks up her dribble, kind of trapped there. She'll send it across, gets it into Larissa Lyle. Lyle gets it out to Kendra Ellis. Merriman up with the right hand, no good. Rebound, Janea Cleveland. Janea kind of pushes the issue up. Gets it over to Brooke Jensen, thought about the three. Gets it over to Chandler. Voss gets it down to Jensen on the block. Jensen drives in, goes up with the right hand, and that is good. And she is fouled on the shot. So Jensen now has 7 points on the night, going to the line to shoot the and one. And that foul is on number 24, Kendra Ellis. That's her first personal. Second team foul, and that is good. The old-fashioned three-point play for Brooke Jensen makes it 17-14. Gives Brooke 8 points on the night. Voss tries to get that away from Harley Koth, does, but knocks it out of bounds. They get it into Koth. Koth gets it down to Seivert. Seivert up with the left hand, no good. Rebound by Brooke Jensen. She's trapped there. And Beresford fans calling for a foul. I think if there were a foul, it wouldn't be against who they want, but Taylor with the nice little floater up and in. Finally gets that to fall. 4:22 to go. Vermilion up by 5. That's their biggest lead. Merriman up with the left hand and good. She has a nice shot to her. Nice drive. I believe that is 5 points on the night for Merriman. Here's Jensen. Over to Roovers. Roovers out center court line. Will drive in. Kicks it out to Voss. Voss for 3. Oh, no good. Rebound, Janaea up with the right hand. No good. Goes back up and in. Janaea with 2 rebounds. And her first 2 points of the night. And there will be a timeout, a full timeout taken. And so we'll take a timeout as well here on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, and Vermilion streaming on YouTube. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermilion.
Your crew is craving Pizza Ranch? It's easy to order online at pizzaranch.com. Online ordering makes it fast and easy to order craveable crispy ranch chicken or build your favorite pizza exactly how you like it. And now, for even more convenience, place your favorite order with just one tap. So when you're craving pizza or the country's best chicken, go to pizzaranch.com and start your order. For craveable food and convenient online ordering, there's so much to love at Pizza Ranch.
For the Perks card from Pump and Pack? Well, guess what? There's an addition, not just a card, it's an app. The Pump and Perks app and the Pump and Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermilion. Just go to their Facebook page, Pump and Pack, and scan the QR code and you're in. Or go to the store, Pump and Pack, and get the card. Then download the app. Each one does the same thing. Like give you 5 cents off per gallon every day, except for Sunday, it's doubled with the Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermilion.
Welcome back to the Birdcage in Vermilion, South Dakota. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley, where the Vermilion Tanagers lead the Beresford Watchdogs 21-16. They led 14-11 at the end of the first quarter. There's 3:48 to go here on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. This broadcast being brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Here's Kendra Ellis. Gets it out to Ella Merriman. Now, Merriman only has 5 points, but boy, she's really been directing traffic and driving, creating some issues inside for this Tanager team. Seivert has 3 3-pointers, and that shot is no good. Rebound is out to Beresford into the hands of Larissa Lyle, who gets it out to Merriman. Merriman guarded by Roovers. So Seivert is the leading scorer for both teams with 11 right now. On the back of those 3 3-pointers. Here's Kendra Ellis. Over to Seivert. Seivert will pull that trigger. Oh, that is off the back iron. Roovers with the rebound. That's her first rebound of the game. There's Hansen for 3 again. Casey Hansen with 6 points. Came into the game averaging 5 points a game. So you love seeing her, feeling her, getting her trigger. Roovers gets it down low to Barta. Barta up and no good, but she is fouled, I believe, on the shot. So right now, out there for Vermilion, it's Casey Hansen, Taylor Barta, Taylor Roovers, Chandler Cleveland, and Brooke Jensen. On the bench, Janaea Cleveland and Brooklyn Voss. The foul was called on Kendra Ellis, number 24. That is her second personal. Third team. Barta hits the first free throw. She's now 2 for 3 from the line. For Beresford out there right now, you have Hannah Colford, Ella Merriman, Micaiah Sharp, and Taylor hits the third, her second, or the second one there, her third of the night, 3 out of 4. So it's Koth and Merriman, Sharp, Larissa Lyle, and Kendra Ellis. Here's Casey Hansen. Thought about the 3 again. Brooke Jensen into the paint. Loses it. Gets it over to Barta. Barta for 3. And she sinks it. Taylor Barta finally pulled the trigger on the 3. Makes it 29-16. And just like that, it is a 13-point lead for the Vermilion Tanagers. They've scored 8 unanswered points since that timeout. 2 3-pointers, one by Casey Hansen, one by Taylor Barta, and then 2 free throws by Barta. Boy, if they have the bench running with Barta and Hansen, this Tanager team is going to be tough. Now that pass is stolen away by Ruvers. Ruvers taking it all the way, goes in, up and no good. No foul called, a lot of contact, but nothing called. And Coach Brooks is thinking, hey, he is talking to the ref like, hey, there was a lot of contact there, but nothing called. They are allowing a lot of contact both ways, but out of bounds off of Vermilion. Minute 57 to go, 29-16. Here's Merriman, gets it over to Ellis. Ellis will try to get it down to Sharp. Sharp gets it over to Lyle. Lyle into Koth. Koth, and that was just bounced out. Thought that was going to be good. Here's Merriman. Cuts across the lane, didn't find anything good there. Picked up by Barta. Koth up with the left hand, no good. Chandler Cleveland with the rebound. Ahead to Hansen. Hansen with the right hand, and that is good. Casey Hansen up with the right hand. That gives her 8 points on the night, and she will go to the line to try to make it her third three-point play. I believe that foul is on Micaiah Sharp. Nope, that's on Kendra Ellis, and that is Ellis's third personal. So checking in is Voss. Checking out is Chandler Cleveland. Checking in is Janaea Cleveland. Checking out is Taylor Ruvers. So out there for Vermilion, Hansen, Barta, Janaea Cleveland, Brooke Jensen, and Brooklyn Voss. And Casey Hansen hits the free throw. That gives her 9 points on the night. And that ball is stolen away by Brooke Jensen. Jensen over to Janaea, back to Brooke, over to Casey, to the left side over to Barta. Kicks it back out to Janaea, over to Voss on the baseline. Hansen for three. Yes! Casey Hansen with her third three-pointer of the night, and she is feeling it. It is 35-16 with 56 seconds remaining. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermilion. On the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, Vermilion 35, Beresford 16. We'll be back after these messages from our Vermilion sportscasters on ESPN Radio and Vermilion streaming on YouTube.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermilion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women. Names like Ariat and Carhartt for men. Boots and shoes and kids' clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food and accessories. Love the outdoors? See the selection of ammo, firearms, and fishing equipment. For everything you need, walk through the doors at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store, Vermilion.
And we are back at the Birdcage, and I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley, and what was a 5-point game just a couple of minutes ago has burst out to a 19-point lead for these Vermilion Tanagers on the heels of leading scorer Casey Hansen. Hopefully you were here for the pregame for that interview, that Tanager talk with Casey Hansen, as she talked about how excited she was to be back out on the court. Now, is she back to her old self? Not quite yet, but she's looking good with her jump shot, that's for sure. Three-pointers are looking good. She looked good on that layup, too. So here's Merriman, and Merriman is fouled, I believe, by Hansen. Casey Hansen with her first personal, third team foul. And Chandler Cleveland will check in. Casey Hansen checks out. So 32.3 seconds remaining, full 35 seconds. So that is stolen away by Chandler Cleveland on the inbounds. So Vermilion will have a chance to play for the final shot, already leading by 19, 35-16 with 20 seconds remaining. They will play for the final shot. Out there for Vermilion, Taylor Barta, Janaea Cleveland, Chandler Cleveland, Brooke Jensen, and Brooklyn Voss. For Beresford, it's Sharp, Koth, Merriman. Oh, and that's going to be a three-pointer by Brooke Jensen. Brooke Jensen now has 11 points on the night. And that's the way the first half will end, 38-16. Vermilion leads. We'll be back with our Carlson's Body Shop halftime show after these messages from our Vermilion sportscasters. This broadcast brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Sherco in Vermilion is a full-service service center. Sherco LLC is an industry-leading supplier of tarp systems to the transportation industry and is located in Vermilion, South Dakota. Sherco Vermilion supports their customers in the agricultural, construction, waste, and flatbed markets. Become a part of the Sherco team. Go to sure-co.com, about us/careers. Demand the best. Demand Sherco.
Visit our sleep experts at the Yankton Slumberland. With over 50 mattresses to choose from, we carry every price, free financing options, and the most trusted brands in the nation like Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and Tempur-Pedic. Snoring or lower back pain tormenting you? Seek relief with an adjustable power base. Fall asleep faster and cooler with our sheets and pillow selection. With a 120-night sleep trial, you can't make a mistake. See us today at the Yankton Slumberland, 2401 Broadway.
Get the finest wood in the neighborhood. Down at the lumberyard.
But it's not just wood at the lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the lumberyard is ready to help. The best wood in the neighborhood at the lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermilion.
You ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
Welcome back to the Birdcage in Vermilion, South Dakota. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley. At the half, Vermilion leads Beresford 38-16. Now, if you were just coming in, you would think, oh, wow, it's a blowout. Boy, with 4 minutes to go in the game, Vermilion only led by 5, 21-16. They'd extended that 3-point lead that they had at the end of the first quarter, and extended it by 2, and all of a sudden then they got 8 unanswered points, making that a 13-point lead. And they are doing a presentation, the Booster Club is, to Dr. Butler. So Dr. Dan and Alicia Butler are receiving an autographed basketball by both teams for their donation to the Booster Club as an appreciation, because the Booster Club does rely strictly on donations. Well, again, in that first half, Vermilion was led in scoring by Casey Hansen, followed by Brooke Jensen and Taylor Barda, Taylor Roovers, Brooklyn Voss, and Janaea Cleveland. Only 2 players scored for Beresford in that first half. Lily Seivert, with her 3 3-pointers and 2 free throws, scored 11. And Ella Merrigan, with 3 free throws and a shot from the field, scored 5 for their total of 16. Again, Vermilion led 14-11 at the end of the first quarter, 38-16 at the half. So that is the way it goes here. As part of our Carlson's Body Shop halftime show, that is your wrap-up of the first half scoring. We'll be back with more as we take a look around the state. This is your Carlson's Body Shop halftime show on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, KVTK, and Vermilion streaming on YouTube.
Todd's Electric, your full-service electrical contracting company. Todd's Electric services residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial customers. From the simplest service call to the most complex design build project, Todd's Electric has the expertise to do it right. Call Todd's Electric for all your electrical needs. Todd's Electric, helping you control all things electric. Except for lightning. Todd's Electric. Go Tanagers.
Last week, a guy walked into the UPS store in Vermilion. He did not notice the copiers, the printers, the mailboxes, the banners, the posters, not even the business and shipping supplies. It was like he had blinders on. Hi, this is Jay with the UPS store in Vermilion. Many people don't see everything we have to offer when they stop by the UPS store to ship their packages. They miss all the things we have, like printing, designing. We even offer notary services here at the UPS store, located on Cherry Street in Vermilion.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermilion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermilion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermilion Auto Works.
Vermilion Medical Clinic has an ongoing mission to provide areas with quality health care and convenient access to medical professionals. Our patients at Vermilion Medical Clinic value our dedicated primary care physicians, compassionate PAs, and consistently scheduled outreach specialty care. If you have health questions, need a screening, or have medical concerns for yourself or family members, call us for an appointment or visit VermilionMedicalClinic.com. So much care, so close to home.
Welcome back to the Birdcage in Vermilion, South Dakota, where on the campus of the Vermilion High School, the Vermilion Tanagers lead Beresford 38-16 as the Vermilion girls, it was close. It was 14-11 at the half. It was 21-16 with just not too many minutes left in the second quarter. And then Vermilion just went on a run on the heels of a three-pointer by Casey Hansen, a three-point play by Casey Hansen, a three-pointer by Taylor Barta. So just a great all-around game so far for these Tanager girls. 6 players have scored for the Tanagers. The only player who hasn't that has played is Chandler Cleveland, who ironically is the second leading scorer on the team. Well, let's take a look during this Carlson's Body Shop halftime show around the state at games going on tonight, brought to you by Vermilion Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home. Crow Creek beat Lower Brule 46-43. Todd County defeated Stanley County 61-46. Winner leads Miller 59-15 with 2 minutes to go. Wagner defeated Hanson 60-38 at Hanson. I'll admit I was a little surprised. Hanson was 11-1 coming in. They had defeated Ethan, but they are a Class A team, but hadn't beaten anybody really significant. Their loss was to Parkston, and so it was just. It just wasn't there. You weren't quite sure how good they were, and Wagner took it to them. So Wagner defeats Hanson. Vermilion, of course, leads Beresford 38-16 at the half. Great Plains Lutheran over Webster area 40-28. These are all Class A scores. Platte Geddes over Chamberlain 45-38 with 5 minutes to go. Ethan over Sanborn Central Woonsocket 73-27. Sisseton over Britton Hecla 45-25 with 5 minutes to go. Parkston over McCook Central Montrose 43-29 after 3. Sioux Falls Christian over Canton 43-16 with 1 minute to go in the third. Elk Point Jefferson leads Lennox 50-46 with 2 minutes to go in the fourth. Tri-Valley leads West Central 27-20 at the end of the half. Mount Vernon Plankinton beat Gregory 67-27. And Spearfish leads Deadwood at the end of the first half 45-6. O'Gorman leads T Area 26-24 at halftime. And those are the only score updates. In AA girls, Watertown over Sioux Falls Lincoln 35-18. Jefferson over Mitchell 28-23 at halftime. Harrisburg over Pierre 24-21 at the half. And Washington over Brookings at the half 21-20. And those are the only score updates. And Class B, again, Freeman over Scotland 81-16. Wow. Howard over Irene Wakanda 52-36 with 5 minutes to go in the game. Centerville defeated Alcester Hudson 73-25. Warner over Falkton area. Wessington Springs over tied with Iroquois Lake Preston. And again, Mount Vernon Plankton defeated Gregory. As far as other area scores, that really does it. Parker and Chester area later. Avon and Menno later. Gayville, Vollen, Trip, Delmont, Armour later, along with Viborg, Hurley, and Canastota. That is a look around the state at girls action brought to you by the Vermilion Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home. In AA boys, Mitchell leads Sioux Falls Jefferson, Roosevelt over Huron. These are all in progress. Lincoln over Watertown, and Sioux Falls Washington leads Brookings. Those are the score updates. Well, we are back, and that halftime brought to you by Carlson's Body Shop. This broadcast brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley, where as we enter the third quarter, Vermilion leads by 22, 38-16. A game that was 5 points, just a few minutes left in the half, and Vermilion in the half, and Vermilion was able to take it to them. Same starting five for Vermilion with Roovers, Cleveland, Voss, and Jensen. And it looks like the same starting five for Beresford as well. Here's Jensen on the block, up and in. Brooke Jensen now has 13 points on the night. Makes it 40-16, 7:40 to go. Vermilion with that press. Oh, that gets all the way through, but no. Miss by Cassie Tweet. And that rebound to Brooke Jensen. Jensen gets it over to Roovers. And Janaea Cleveland brings the ball around. Goes up with the right hand, and that is short. Gets her own rebound, and she is blocked from behind. Rebound to Brooke Jensen, and that is up and in. So Brooke Jensen now has 15 points on the night. Here's Lily Seivert, gets it over to Kendra Ellis. Down low to Tweet, and that is too high. That'll be out of bounds. That'll go back to Vermilion. Vermilion now leads by 26. You starting to think, okay, are we looking at 30 points? Are we looking at running clock? Here's Taylor Roovers, gets it over to Chandler. Chandler over to Brooke. Hits Chandler on the block. Chandler lost a little bit of control of it and tries to hand it off to Roovers, but it's out of bounds off of Beresford. So checking in for Beresford is number 25, Micaiah Sharp. Checking in for number 15, Cassie Tweet. So Janaea Cleveland will inbound the ball. And that is stolen away by Beresford. Here's Seivert. Again, Seivert with the 11 points in the first half on the back of three three-pointers. Willing to shoot it from just about anywhere. And there's Koth that has it blocked by Brooklyn Voss. Gets it down to Chandler, and every Tanager has scored. Every Tanager has scored now with 6:24 to go. Vermilion leads by 28. We're in the second half. The next basket by Vermilion, if it puts them up by 30, will trigger that running clock. Here's Kendra Ellis. Gets it over to Seivert into Koth, and that is off of Brooke Jensen. So Beresford will retain possession. Will not reset the shot clock, though. 21 seconds on the shot clock. 6:11 on the game clock here in the third quarter. These Tanager girls will be in action again on Thursday as they travel to Sioux Falls Christian. And that will be a good matchup. So I don't think that they'd mind a running clock. But here's Kendra Ellis. Short jumper, no good. Gets it out to Seivert. Seivert for three. No good. Rebound, Chandler Cleveland. So here's Taylor Roovers. A running clock might give him a chance to have some fresher legs against Sioux Falls Christian. Brooke Jensen for three. No good. Rebound, Chandler. On the block, goes up with the right hand. No good. And that is a travel by Micaiah Sharp. As she got the rebound, was on her knees and got up, which is a travel, unfortunately. So Chandler Cleveland with the rebound. They're creating that again. 44-16. Vermilion leads by 28. Janaea Cleveland will inbound the ball as they get it into Roovers with 5:39 to go here in the third quarter. Voss over to Chandler. Chandler into the paint. And she is... Oh. Foul is called on Micaiah Sharp. Now, I'm going to tell you, I don't think she touched her. I thought she got all ball on that. But Chandler Cleveland at the line to shoot two. First free throw is up and good. All right, next free throw. If she makes this free throw, that will trigger that 30-second, that running clock. That'll be that 30-point trigger. Second free throw is up and no good. Off the back iron, but rebound to Brooklyn Voss. And Janaea has it blocked from behind, and that is out of bounds. And so checking in is Cassie Tweet, checking out Micaiah Sharp. So that was Sharp's first personal, first team. Voss gets it into Jensen just off the block. Jensen drives in. Spin move off the backboard, no good. Rebound, Lily Seivert. Seivert pushing it up on the left-hand side. Kicks it across to Merriman. Merriman, yeah. Back into Tweet, back out to Ellis. Ellis across the lane. Gets it into Koth. Koth. Back and forth between Ellis and Koth. And here's Merriman at the top of the key, guarded by Janea. Merriman loses control of it with 9 seconds remaining on the shot clock. 4:52 on the game clock here in the third quarter. Beresford to inbound the ball. Again, just 9 seconds on the shot clock. That's something you want to make sure your team is aware of as they get it into Tweet, and they're going to call a foul. That's going to be on Janea. That'll be Janea's third personal. Just the first team of .451 to go. 45-16. Now there's a three-point attempt for Beresford. No good. Rebound, Brooklyn Voss, and she is fouled. So 4:44 to go. Vermilion 45, Beresford 16. And here's Brooklyn Voss on the right side. Gets it over to Jensen. Jensen kind of brings it back around to the top of the key. Kicks it out to Chandler. Chandler for three. No good. Off the back iron. Rebound to Kendra Ellis. Ellis looks to drive. Pulls it back out. Gets it over to Merriman. 4:22 to go. 27 seconds on the shot clock. Merriman brings it around. Gets it out to Koth. Koth tries to get it down low. Gets it out to Ellis somehow. And that is knocked off of Chandler Cleveland. So 17 seconds remaining on the shot clock. 4:10 on the game clock here in the third. Vermilion leads 45-16. Seivert gets it into Koth at the top of the key. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Ellis guarded by Janea. Beresford, good job moving the ball. They just have not been able to get some shots off, and they're not dropping it. There's Seivert for three. No good. She's gone cold since that first half. She had three three-pointers in the first half. Rebound to Brooklyn Voss. And there's Taylor Roovers, goes up with the right hand. She is fouled, does not make the shot, and that foul is on Tweet. Cassie Tweet, number 15. That's her third personal. No, that's her fourth personal. Sorry, I did not mark that last one down. So Hansen and Barta will check in. And Taylor Roovers will be at the line to shoot two. Again, we're at 29 points. If Vermilion gets to 30, it will become a running clock. First free throw up and off the back iron for Taylor. So Hansen comes in for Janea, and Brooke Jensen comes out for Barta. So now it's out there. It's Chandler Cleveland, Brooklyn Voss, Casey Hansen, Taylor Barta, and Taylor Roovers. Roovers' second free throw is up and good. That hits the 30-point mark. It should be a running clock now at this point. Here's Ella Merriman. Merriman gets it down to Koth. Koth gets it down to Seivert, and Seivert up and in. Seivert now has 13 of their 18 points. That'd have been a full about 8, 9, 10-minute drought. Here's Hansen on the block out to Cleveland. Cleveland, Chandler for three. Chandler hits the three. That gives her 6 points on the night. Up with the right hand, that was Ella Merriman. Merriman now with 7 points. Here's Roovers over to Casey Hansen. 3 minutes to go. And that's a little short jumper by Casey Hansen. That gives her 14 points on the night. And there's Seivert, no good. Gets a rebound, put back, no good. Rebound, Casey Hansen. Here's Roovers. Vermilion leads 31 with 2:42 to go. Short little jumper by Taylor Roovers. Makes it 53-20. That's 8 points for Roovers now. Here's Ellis out to Seivert, over to Koth. 2:25 to go here in the third quarter, 53-20. There's Ella Merriman for three, and that is good. Merriman heating up a little bit. That gives her 10. Two double-digit scores for Beresford. Chandler Cleveland for 3, no good. Rebound to Tweet. Unfortunately, they're the only 2 scores for Beresford in Ella Merriman and Lily Seivert. And there's a foul on a shot as Merriman missed. Seivert rebounded, and she was fouled by Brooklyn Voss. Voss with 2 fouls now, 2 personals. So Seivert will go to the line. That is her second personal, second team. Lily Seivert will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw is up and good for Lily Seivert. So checking out is Kendra Ellis. Checking in is Hannah Colford. Checking out for Vermilion, Chandler Cleveland and Brooklyn Voss. So right now it's Brooke Jensen, Janaea Cleveland, Casey Hansen, Taylor Barda, and Taylor Roovers. Second free throw is no good. Hansen for 3, and that is good. Casey Hansen is feeling, that is her 4th three-pointer of the night, giving her 17 on the night. We might have to replay that interview if we have time tomorrow. There's Seivert, kicks it out to Merriman. 32-point lead for Vermilion with 1:20 to go. Here it kicks out to Seivert. Down to Koth. Koth is able to score. Finally a 3rd scorer for this Watchdog team. Koth with 2 points on the night. Here's Hansen. Gets it down to Janaea on the block, up with the right hand. They're going to say no shot. She is fouled on the floor. And fouled by Tweet, I believe. And that will be Tweet's 5th and final foul. So that brings in Larissa Lyle. So Larissa Lyle, Ella Merriman, Hannah Koth, Lily Seivert, and Hannah Colford. Hansen to inbound the ball, gets it into Jensen. Jensen goes up with it, no good. Seivert with the rebound. 46 seconds to go. Here in the third quarter, Vermilion leads 56-26. There's a foul on the shot by Brooke Jensen. That's Jensen's 2nd personal. As the clock will continue to run, I'm not quite sure if people know that it's supposed to stop, when it's supposed to stop. That's a thing that I think scoreboard operators needed to be maybe trained on a little bit better, because each gymnasium seems to be just a little bit different. And, I'm not quite sure either sometimes, because everyone's treating it just a little differently. So it's 36-26. Now it's 36-27 on the free throw by Seivert. 25 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Vermilion gets it across to Janaea Cleveland. Here's Taylor Barda out to Roovers. Vermilion will play for the final shot here in the third quarter. Roovers has it stolen away as she drives in. Here's Ella Merriman, and they're going to call a foul. Foul was on the floor. And that was on number 15. Wait. What did they call that on? I thought he said 15, but there is no 15 for Vermilion. At least not out there right now. Oh, 33. Brooke Jensen with 3 personals now. Now that is the end of the quarter, so we will take a timeout as well here on ESPN Radio 101.5 FM, 1570 AM. We'll be right back after these messages.
If you're looking for the perfect fit, Vermilion Vision Care Associates fits like the right pair of glasses. Vision Care Associates has its roots in family eye care, and the doctors are well known for being primary eye care providers. With the ability to treat and diagnose a variety of settings, Vermilion Vision Care Associates is the right fit for you. Plus, they can fit you into a new pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contacts that feel just right. With continuing education, see the best doctors at Vermilion Vision Care Associates.
Federal Credit Union, we believe in giving back to the community that supports us. That's why our employees make it a priority to volunteer their time and talents to make a difference. Whether it's improving local causes, fighting hunger, or supporting our local zoo, our team is dedicated to making a positive impact in the lives of those around us. We're more than just a financial institution. We're a part of the community, working together to make it a better place for everyone. Your community, your credit union. Voyage Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to the Birdcage, where as we enter the fourth quarter, Vermilion leads 56-27. They did have a 30-point lead at one point, so it will be running clock throughout the rest of this quarter. All the starters are still out there for Vermilion and for Beresford, except for Cassie Tweet, who has fouled out. In her place, you have Hannah Colford. You also have Larissa Lyle out there for Beresford, along with Lily Seivert, Ella Merriman, and Harley Koth. There's a pass down to Chandler Cleveland. 8 points for Chandler now, 8 points for Taylor Ruvers. There's a three-point attempt by Seivert, no good. Rebound to Brooklyn Voss. Voss gets it out to Ruvers with 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. They hit a cutting. Chandler Cleveland up and in, or for Janaea Cleveland, sorry. That's 4 points for Janaea, 60-27, 6:56 to go here in the fourth quarter. And Janaea Cleveland with the steal, goes up, and no, unable to connect. Rebound, Brooke Jensen. And she puts it back for 17 points. So 17 points for Brooke. And I believe 17 points for Casey are the two in double figures. And that is a foul on Janaea. That is Janaea's fourth. And checking in for Vermilion, you have Lexi Hansen, Madigan Wallen, Maya Halverson, Bailey Baylor, and it does look like Mackenzie Richardson. So a fresh five for Vermilion with 6:06 to go here in the fourth quarter. Again, it will be a running clock, barring timeouts and fouls. Harley Koth for three. No good. Rebound to Maya Halverson. So here's Mackenzie Richardson. She's tied up by Lily Seivert. That ball will go. That will stay with Vermilion. So again, Lexi Hansen, the freshman, the sister to Casey Hansen, along with Mackenzie Richardson, Maya Halverson, Madigan Wallen, and Bailey Baylor for Vermilion. 5:25 to go, 62-27. And I have to assume that's a different number 15 out there for Beresford. It looks like it's also a varsity uniform, but, so I'm not quite sure. But so here's Lexi Hansen, got the rebound, passes it out, and that is stolen away by Beresford, and she is fouled on the shot. So Lexi Hansen with her first personal, second team. And that shot is up by Kendra Ellis. Ellis's first points of the night. Makes it 28-62, a 34-point lead for Vermilion. That one rolls around and out. So 4:32 and counting. Hansen gets it over to Halverson. Halverson gets it over to Richardson. They try to get it down low to Wallen, and that is stolen away by Seivert. A lot of the starters out there for Beresford, and that is Ella Merriman, goes up with it. Merriman now has 12 points. And they're going to do some wholesale changes here for Beresford as well. So here is Madigan Wallen. Wallen is fouled on the shot. And she is fouled by Merriman. That's Merriman's second, but there's going to be a wholesale change here as Wallen misses the first free throw. So checking in for Beresford, you have number 4, Hannah Colford. Number 25, Micaiah Sharp. Number 2, Ashlyn Olson. Number 23, Kate Deegan. And number 1, Kylie Mockler. Wallen hits her second free throw, so that is 63-30 now. 3:50 to go here in the fourth quarter. That ball goes through the hands of Deegan, picked up by Lexi Hansen. Hansen gets it over to Maya Halverson. Here's Beresford getting it down low to Colford. Colford is fouled on the shot with 3:15, 14. Clock keeps ticking away. That foul is on Maya Halverson. That is her first personal. As Colford will go to the line to shoot 2. Makes it 63-30 still as she misses the first. Colford's second free throw is up and good. Colford now has her first points of the game. 3:05 to go here in the fourth quarter. Bailey Baylor out on top over with Maya Halverson. Halverson gets it over to Richardson. Richardson down to Baylor. Baylor up and in. Bailey Baylor with a field goal, her first points of the night. Makes it 65-31, 2:44 to go. Colford throws up a shot, unable to connect. Rebound to Mackenzie Richardson. Gets it over to Maya Halverson. Halverson down to Wallen. Wallen on the block, up, no good. Has it blocked away into the hands of Micaiah Sharp. And that's going to be a foul on Wallen. That'll be the fourth team foul, so that clock will continue to run as there will not be free throws, so 2:16 and counting. So here's Kylie Mockler. Mockler over to Olson. Olson over to Colford. Colford drives in. Turnaround jumper is no good for Colford. Turnaround by Sharp is no good. Rebound to Maya Richardson. Maya Halverson, sorry. Into the hands of Lexi Hansen. Back to Maya Halverson. Halverson over to Baylor. Minute 30 to go. So Vermilion will move to 10-3 on the season as they get prepared for Sioux Falls Christian. We'll talk to Coach John Brooks after the game. Matt Wallen with the nice move up and in for Madigan Wallen, giving her 3 points on the night. Minute 16 to go, 67-31, Vermilion with the lead. Colford bringing the ball up. And they're, they are switching out as Larissa Lyle will come in for Micaiah Sharp. And they did stop the clock. They'll start that back up, and that will continue to run as Lyle now has the ball. Over to Ashlyn Olson. Then to Kate Deegan, number 23 for this Beresford team. And that ball is stolen away by Madigan Wallen. Wallen making her presence known. Up with the left hand. Oh, just off the iron. No good. Rebound to Beresford to Ashlyn Olson, who gets it out to Larissa Lyle. And that is going to be the fifth team foul on Beresford, Vermilion. So with 35.9 seconds, they will be going to the line to shoot 2, and that will be Larissa Lyle going to the line to shoot 2 for Beresford, as that foul was on Madigan Wallen, her second personal. Fifth team. So Lyle, first free throw is up, and that is short. Again, stay tuned for our First Dakota National Bank postgame show. We'll look around the state, brought to you by Vermilion Medical Clinic. We'll also, and that one is off to the right. We'll take a look around the state with the Vermilion Medical Clinic at scores. We'll take a look at Vermilion's upcoming schedule, both boys and girls, as we have games Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And so here's Wallen with 29 seconds remaining. Lexi Hansen off to the left. Gets it out to Maya Halverson, who gets it over to Wallen on the right-hand side. We don't know if Vermilion will take a shot. Hard to ask reserve players not to shoot, though, sometimes, just because they don't get too many opportunities. But here's Lexi Hansen, and they're just asking Vermilion to back off. Coach Brooks pulling his team away. 5, 4, 3, and that will do it. Vermilion Tanagers will win 67-31 over the Beresford Watchdogs. And we'll move to 10-3 on the season. This is a Region 4A matchup, so that's a kind of a double win for the Tanagers. We'll take a look at the seed points, and we'll take a look at the upcoming scores, games, and scores from around the state when we return with our First Dakota National Bank post-game show. I'm Michael Schumacher, alongside Jen Ashley. You're listening to ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, and Vermilion streaming on YouTube.
Your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you got to call Kaylin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Kaylin's to anyone.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
Thank you for sticking with us. We are back with our First Dakota National Bank post-game show, where the Vermilion Tanagers have defeated the Beresford Watchdogs by a score of 67-31. Vermilion was led in scoring by Brooke Jensen, and she had 17 points, along with Casey Hansen, who had 4 3-pointers and finished with 17 points as well. Between the two of them, they had over half of the scoring for this Tanager team. Taylor Roovers, she had 8. Brooklyn Voss had 2. Janaea Cleveland had 4. Chandler Cleveland had 8. Taylor Barta had 6. And Madigan Wallen had 3. And Bailey Baylor had 2. Leading the way for Beresford, you had Ella Merriman. She had 12. Lily Seivert, she had those 3 3-pointers early in the first half. She finished with 15, and then 4 points between Kendra Ellis, who hit 1 free throw, Hannah Colford, who'd hit a free throw, and Harley Koth, who hit a shot from the field. So again, Vermilion comes away with a 67-31 victory. We will hopefully have Coach John Brooks on here shortly. But again, just a great victory for Vermilion. The Beresford Watchdogs fall to 10-5. But it's a good valued seed points victory for Vermilion as they come away with this victory. So let's take a look around the state in action today. We'll just start with the boys. We'll finish with the girls. Boys AA. Sioux Falls Roosevelt leads Huron by 11 with 4 minutes to go. Mitchell leads Sioux Falls Jefferson 63-44 with 4 minutes to go. Sioux Falls Washington leads Brookings by 21 with 5 minutes to go. Sioux Falls Lincoln leads Watertown by 7 with 3 minutes to go. Brandon Valley leads Marshall by 13 points with 3 minutes to go in the first half. No score updates from St. Thomas More and Sturgis, Spearfish and Lead, Deadwood, or Custer and Douglas. In A, boys, at the end of period 1, Winter over Miller 10-3. Crow Creek over Lower Brule 29-27 at the half. Wagner leads Hanson 23-19 with 4 minutes to go in the second. Elton Lake Benton over Dual 55-47. Esteline Hendricks beat Waverly South Shore 50-46. Mobridge Pollock beat Cheyenne Eagle Buttes 57-54. Pine Ridge beat Campbell County, Wyoming 83-63. Kimball White Lake over Colombe at the half 25-15. Wall leads Belle Fourche at the half 28-23. Western Christian Iowa leads T Area 30-16 with 4 minutes to go in the first half. Del Rapids leads Flandreau 30-19 with 1 minute to go in the first half. Gregory over and Mount Vernon Plankinton are tied with 3 minutes to go in the second. Sanborn Central Woonsocket leads Ethan 23-22 with 3 minutes to go in the second. Todd County and Mobridge Pollock, no other score updates in Class A. And then in Class B, Sully Buttes tied with Jones County at the half, or no, at the end of the first period. Lower Brule leads Crow Creek 43-36. Freeman leads Scotland 37-24 at the half. Howard leads Irene Wakanda 11-5 with 4 minutes to go in the first period. Esteline Hendricks over Waverly South Shore. Kimball White Lake over Colombe 25-15 at the half. Bridgewater Emery leads Coleman Egan 54-49. Beat Coleman Egan 54-49. Wall over Belle Fourche 28-23 at the half. Trip Delmont Armour leads Gayville Vollen 21-14 at the end of the first period. Centerville leads Alcester Hudson 19-15 with 2 minutes to go in the second. Gregory leads Mount Vernon Plankinton 27-25 with 3 minutes to go in the second. Canastota and Viborg Hurley tied at 13 at the end of the first period. And that will be all of the score updates for the boys. In the girls, in AA, winners are Harrisburg leads Pierre 49-43. Brandon Valley leads Marshall 42-35. Brookings leads Washington 41-34, and Huron leads Roosevelt 19-13. Mitchell leads Sioux Falls Jefferson 40-38. O'Gorman leads T Area 47-37. Spearfish beat Lead Deadwood 75-9. Watertown over Sioux Falls Lincoln. Custer leads Douglas, and no score in the Rapid City Central Belle Fourche game. In Class A, just looking at area teams, Vermilion, of course, beat Beresford 67-31. Wagner defeated Hanson 60-38. Platte Geddes over Chamberlain 52-48. Mount Vernon Plankinton defeated Gregory 67-27. EPJ beat Lennox 57-54. Number 1 Ethan beat Sanborn Central Woonsocket 73-27. Sisseton beat Britton Hecla 51-37. Parkston defeated McCook Central Montrose 66-40. Sioux Falls Christian beat Canton 60-30. That's the very same Sioux Falls Christian team that these Vermilion girls will play on Thursday. West Central leads Tri-Valley 47-42 with 1 minute to go. And that would be all for area games and for ranked teams for score updates. In Class B, Freeman defeated Scotland 81-16. Centerville beat Alcester Hudson 73-25. Howard beat Irene Wakanda 59-40. And that will be all for the area games that we have to update. And we do have Coach John Brooks with us. And so we'll get him to get a headset on here, and we can talk to him about this nice victory. Coach, kind of feel pretty good about that one.
Yeah, I thought we put together a pretty good game there. Obviously, the Seaver girl came out for them and hit some threes right away there in the first quarter, and we knew she could do that. She's a really good shooter, and so we needed to find her a little bit better there. And I don't know exactly what it was, but I think one of our coaches said in the second quarter there that we went on a 19-0 run at some point, and really good job with, we're starting to put the ball in the hoop. And that's something that we've really been emphasizing, and when we put the ball in the hoop, that makes things a lot easier on us.
Well, it really does. And at one point in the second quarter, it was 21-16. You guys had extended that three-point lead. Well, in the final 3 minutes, it became 38-16, and that was spearheaded by your two bench players. Casey Hansen hit a three, Kaylee hit a three, and then Casey hit a field goal. So all of a sudden, an 8-0 run made it was 21-16. All of a sudden, it's 29-16. Really seemed to put Beresford on their heels, and the rest of the second quarter, you guys just kind of piled it on. So it was 22-point lead there at the end of the half.
Yeah, and that's what we just talked about. It's a team effort, obviously, but Man, our two bench kids, Taylor and Casey, they really provided the spark for us tonight. They've been playing well off the bench ever since Casey came back. I think it's actually settled Taylor down a little bit too, knowing that she has Casey coming in with her. She's not the only kind of kid that it's going to take some of that pressure off her, and you can see her relax. And man, I know all the fans are thinking it, and I try not to get ahead of myself and smile too much, but it's really nice seeing Casey come. I mean, that's just something that obviously we've missed, and she just brings a different element to us, and you can see. She hasn't played a basketball game hardly in 8 months until a week ago, and she just she's worked so hard on her shot last 8 months. Why she's obviously been recovering from her knee, and to see her shooting it the way she is pretty cool.
Well, and you kind of echoed what I had said. I said these two look really comfortable out there, and I mentioned that I thought Taylor looked a lot more comfortable now, maybe coming out with somebody, having a bench partner. And boy, had a chance to interview Casey earlier, and her three-point stroke it does look different. It looks just smoother, and it just looks great. But what I was most impressed by is a layup where it was a contested layup where she got fouled, got the old-fashioned three-point play. She went up with authority. Didn't look hesitant, didn't look timid. She looked great.
So through the first couple of games, that's what we're kind of talking about as coaches. I said, we know she can stand there and shoot it, but can she go into rebound in traffic? Can she finish in traffic? In the first couple of games, you can tell she's even a little hesitant to jump on rebounds and stuff. And I saw her box out really one time in traffic and explode up and get a rebound. The play that you just talked about really stuck out to me with her finishing in traffic and getting an and one. So I think a lot of it's just, and we knew this, was just getting comfortable. Just mentally getting comfortable with her knee. And I think as she does that, you're going to consider to see her just improve every game.
Well, and exactly to come out in her, fourth game, third one where she actually played, and come out with the co-leading score. Just to, I don't know that that I expected that trajectory, if I could speak, but just it was so great to see that, and it just feels like it's lifted the rest of the team as well. Just knowing that, okay, we have this seventh person now. It's Casey that we've played with for years. It just feels like it's elevated everyone.
Yeah, and you can see when she steps in, it's pretty seamless. Like the kids that played with her for so long, she just steps right in, and she's just part of what we do. And she's always kind of been that calming presence for us. Ever since the 8th grade, she's always been very mature on the basketball court, and never gets rattled. And I think she just helps settle everybody else down as well. And it's something that we've talked about. We keep getting bench scoring. We're not going to get 17 out of her every night, but we keep getting some bench scoring, 8 to 12 points a game. That might be that 8 to 12 points that we've been missing.
Well, and that's exactly right. And you got 6 from Taylor, in real quality minutes as well. And, speaking of quality minutes, what kind of value is it to head into the rest of this week, a Thursday against Sioux Falls Christian, a really good Sioux Falls Christian team, ranked 4th in the most recent prep media poll, and then Saturday against Aberdeen Roncalli, who is receiving votes in the most recent prep media poll, to be able to rest your starters for that fourth quarter?
Yeah, we got the same thing against Millbank. We're in a tough one right now with starting tonight. By the time next Tuesday rolls around, we have 5 games in that stretch. And they're really piling up on us right now with us having to play Monday and Tuesday next week. And we're hitting the road. We're on the road for the rest of the week here as well. So it's been nice to get good competitive minutes, obviously, and play really hard for last time for 3 quarters, and then getting our other kids in there to compete in the fourth quarter as well. So hopefully get a little rest and one day to prep tomorrow, and then it doesn't get any harder than going up to Sioux Falls Christian. So we have a huge one on Thursday night.
Well, and one thing I did notice is in that fourth quarter, Beresford had a lot of their starters out there. I was kind of impressed with the way your bench played. I mean, your true reserves who don't normally get in, your Mayas and your Madigans and Mackenzies, I thought they looked pretty good against the Beresford starters.
Yeah, and they moved the ball good on offense. We got a couple looks inside, some finishes, and the biggest thing that we've been working on with that group is just, they don't have a true point guard out there. Taylor's done that for that group for a long time, and those types of things, and Casey for that group. So, Madigan and Meyer are having to handle the ball more than they normally are, which is good for them. And as long as that group can take care of the basketball, and we keep telling that in the JV games, if we can keep handling the ball, we're good enough to get shots and knock down shots, but the biggest part is taking care of it and complete passes. And you can see when they were able to do that, we got really good looks.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much positive to take away from this game tonight that hopefully it leads to some more success the rest of this week. Like you said, Thursday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, the gauntlet has begun, and but in a month you're talking regions and state tournament. It's like it's all right around the corner. Always feels like there's so much ahead, but then all of a sudden it's here, and it's just this whirlwind.
Yeah, it's going quick, and that's exactly what we're starting to tell our girls. I mean, February is a couple days away. It's not far away, and all that stuff's about ready to hit. So happy with the way this last week has gone. I think our girls are playing well. They're playing with confidence, and here we go. All
right. Well, Coach, thank you so much for stopping by. We'll talk to you later, and we will see you on Thursday.
Okay. Thanks, Michael.
Hey, thanks a lot. That was Coach John Brooks with us here on our First Dakota National Bank post-game show. We're going to wrap it up here. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley. This has been Tanager basketball as the Tanagers win 67-31 over Beresford. We'll be back at it up in Sioux Falls at Sioux Falls Christian, 7:30 tip-off, 6:30 pregame. And then again on Friday, we'll be up in Groton for the boys action. And then on Saturday, we'll be up in Madison as the girls will be taking on Aberdeen Roncalli. So a lot of basketball to come up. We hope you'll stick with us. We loved bringing you Tanager basketball. Again, I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley. You have yourselves a great night, and we will talk to you again on Thursday.